On the other side.
Welcome back to the RadPack Podcast. What's going on, everybody? Garrett here from Born to Be Rad.
And I'm from My Killer Podcast.
What's up, guys? Justin here and Pete. Happy late Valentine's Day, everybody.
Nailed it.
Oh
We're
my
killing
God,
it,
happy
guys.
late Valentine's Day is right. We are like 2 weeks behind here.
That's all good. We're just keeping
this.
We're just extending the holiday. You know what I mean? If people didn't get enough Valentine's Day, we got a whole nother celebration going on right here.
It's still February. We're still good.
Yeah, we
That's
stopped
right.
at the end of February. We need to make sure we got this thing done in February. So thank you for everybody for hanging with us. And it was my fault. And popping on over. We are going to see who is in the chat. Now, before we get started on this little verse battle that we have for you guys tonight, Chris Snyder over at Movie Misfits, what's going on, man? You got a show tonight at the same time. I'll try to pop in when I'm done. If you're still going, hey, thank you so much, dude, for the super chat. Mr. Movie Misfit himself. Appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Adrian James,
Thanks,
what is going on, man?
Yo, Adrian.
I'm a buddy Valentine kind of. What's up, Tina? The super chat from T. Thank you, kiddo. Foz Rotten in the house. Sorry, guys, my buddy has a squeal. What does that mean?
A sweel.
Yeah, what does sweel mean?
I think maybe he meant
How is that
sweet.
good?
Maybe it's sweet.
Or maybe it's
Sweet.
sucks? I don't know.
What's up, Sydney? If I don't know about everything, but if it doesn't win, I might have to riot.
Oh!
We'll find out that tonight. See, it's my
Okay.
buddy Valentine, a Karate Kid sequel, because it's going to sweep that loser Valentine. Oh, bad.
Sweet. There we go.
Cody over at Dude Loves Movies has been a membership member, little RadPack member for 2 months.
Look at that.
First one in there.
Ooh, very nice. Thank you.
Forget to roundhouse kick that like button.
Oh, he's all green. The members are all green. You get a special
Huh?
color there, huh?
That's nice. What's that?
What's
What's
up?
going on, man? Joe Reese, welcome to the
Petey.
show. How are you, Blu-ray addict? What's going on? Scratch Burno in the house. What's up? What up, pack of rad? He says.
What is up?
What's up?
Oh wow, we got a lot of. Harry Warden is gonna stop that nosebleed with his pick.
Man.
Wow.
Ooh.
I know we're gonna
Right,
vote,
right,
but it looks
right.
like a early lead on Valentine, on Bloody Valentine, huh?
Oh,
That's
no.
wild.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Dynamite
Nice to
Tiger
meet you.
is in the house.
What's up,
That
dude?
lovely jam at the beginning was
My
awesome.
dude.
So
Hell
thank you
yeah.
Yeah.
for that.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Devin,
sick.
what's up? Let me see. Killer intro. Yes, the thank you to Dynamite Tiger for that. Good Real Hunting. What is going on,
What's up, Bretman?
What's happening?
Master of all movies, Presswood DVD collector. Hey,
Hello.
Every single movie. Master of every movie out there.
That's what's up.
We love it.
I'm in the tighty whities, oiled up, dancing hard AF. McHara.
Oh, there we
what
go.
We want you to be doing when you tune into.
We
the
want you
show.
hard and oily.
Wilkie,
Oh.
what's up?
What's up, Corey?
RadPack Movie Challenge. Check it out. So before we start,
Do you want me to check it out? You don't want me?
Oh yeah, Justin didn't get included.
Nope. No.
But you guys be sure and check that out and let me know how it is, okay?
Everyone does like Garrett,
I'd
Mel,
like to-
they're awesome. Justin, he's out.
I'm just kidding. We love you. We love you.
So before we move on, we did just start this week a brand new Rad 9 Community Challenge. Mel started us off yesterday. I had today, and you will see hopefully Justin's this weekend. And it's
It'll be done tomorrow.
you ready to rock, buddy?
It'll be tomorrow. I'll have it done tomorrow, yeah.
It better
All right.
be.
Well, the brand new Rad
Sunday.
9 Movie Challenge is.
Woo!
Your Rad 9 movie crushes growing up. And that is the community challenge. Guys, go check out Mel and my videos. They're up now. Don't check them out right now, but check them out after this. to get an idea of what we're looking for, and then make a video of your own and tag all of us, tag the Rad Pack, and we will repost. And I can't wait to kind of see what everybody's tastes are here when it comes to their crushes. Because I guess if you look at mine, it's kind of, I feel like it's all pretty in the same vein. And I actually kind of felt that way for Mel's too.
You never even told me you watched mine. I was like, I wonder if anybody even watched it.
No. I did. Again, my issue is I watch a lot of stuff like if I'm like driving or something like that. So I really can't comment or whatever. But I watched it. I actually probably would have guessed yours, except for I think 2.
I figured.
I think two were a little bit off for me, but I think the other ones I was like, I knew that.
Yeah, mine was pretty obvious.
That was good though. But that's, I think if you looked at mine too, there's a lot of similarities, I think, between the two. Hold on, I lost my place here.
It was a pretty fun challenge, and thanks to the members that helped us pick out that challenge in our members only live stream that we did.
That is true. It was the members, our members. We had a members only live stream, and they made the decision on what we were going to do the Rad 9 challenge. So they challenged us and everybody else in the community to do it. So it wasn't even our decision. It was their decision. So it's pretty cool. So I hope all of them do it since they were the ones who came out with it. And I would love to see what they have to say as well. So big thanks to them. Mick Hara says, what's up? Vanderhoff says, hello.
Yeah. Sorry about the hat.
Oh, baby. Justin's fashion always on point. Look at that. Oddball media.
Thanks, my dude. Appreciate you.
He loves it, man. I love that. Tiana.
Hey.
Tony.
What's up, Tony?
What's up? I will be doing my rad crushes. It'll take a while to think about. Yeah, it was hard. I'm looking at mine right now, and I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 that I had to narrow down to 9. So,
yeah, you said you were having a really tough time kind of narrowing those down, huh?
I was, because, the way we were kind of talking about it wasn't necessarily a celebrity. It was like a movie character, right? So then it that X'd a lot out, for me, because I'm like, this was a celebrity, but then a specific character, like, it just didn't fit. So that's why I was like, I can't use that one because, like, I would have put Melissa Milano in there all day, but it's like, I look around and I'm like, well, but what movie? Like, all those softcore ones she did. Like,
I was going to say, just put Embrace of the Vampire and call it a fucking day.
Wasn't she in Fear? Right?
She was like the skanky.
Well, mine was the opposite. Like, if I would have done character, my Rad 9 would have just been all Christian Slater movies. So I kind of had to do actor and character.
Yeah, so that's what made it hard. That's why I started to throw things off, because I was like, well, what am I going to say for her, But if it was actress or something, then she would have been on there in 2 seconds. Melly, they like your shirt, kid.
Oh, thanks. That's my Bloody Valentine. I was actually looking at this shirt trying to figure out where I got it from, and the company didn't tag it. So I don't know if it's Creeperama or if it's Cavity Color. I can't remember now. But it's not on the tag or anything.
A lot of them don't tag it, because I felt the same way. I was looking for a lot of my Studio House ones, and I'm like, I don't know if this is them or this is not. So
yeah, they should put a little decal like inside the shirt under the tag. Like, I think Cavity Colors does that, where they print their logo, but it's like under the tag or something on the shirt. They should. I
want to say that yours is Creeporama, because I was just looking at the because they just dropped Northman today, right? It's the Northman designs.
I haven't seen them yet. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think it's them, because I was flipping through looking at the Northman, and I believe it is through them.
Yeah, that would make sense.
What's up, Akeem? Welcome to the show.
Sorry, dude. I knew I could feel it. I could feel you were gonna be upset. Sorry.
What's the story behind the head? Do you want to share with the class?
I have luscious locks, and
oh yeah, yeah.
She just doesn't brush it, so she doesn't want to show it right now.
You gotta check out my OF page if you want to see my hair.
Just a hair page.
It's just like an Herbal Essence commercial every video.
It's like once it gets
from back in the 90s.
I cut it off and then I make my own wig on my OF.
Yeah, that's gonna be part of the Rad Pack members only. We're gonna have some shorts of her doing her hair up.
Well, you've been teasing that that style change. And what's the progress on that? You teased changing it up a little bit with the style. What's the what is
Well,
there a decision been made about that? About a
not
style swap?
yet. I have
I think you
until
should go for
April
it.
to figure it out because April's when I go on my big trip. So
Mm.
until then to figure it out.
Oh, I see. You know what's really weird? And it's like weirded me out. That Justin's down there and he looks like he's playing Pete like a guitar for like the last 5 minutes, and it was really weird. He's just like this.
Because when I put him down, he just scratches at me like he's pawing at the door, and then I pick him up,
Oh,
and then he's just
All
a big
right.
baby.
Aww.
well, let's get down to
Big
business
baby.
here. We are here to do another one of our versus show. I think this is our third one, and I know the last one we did with Stuff in the Blob, people had a freaking blast with it.
Mhm.
So we usually do this like every Halloween, like every October, but we're like, oh, let's bring it back for this holiday. And I know people really liking it. A lot of you guys are why we do this because we need your involvement. It's not us picking the winners, it's you picking the winners, and we only each have a vote. So it's going to be 1981's My Bloody Valentine versus 2001 Valentine. So again, we could have picked any two to do this. I know there's other movies like Lover's Lane, and you've got the My Bloody Valentine remake, but I felt with these two, it was like a 20-year, exactly 20 years between the two. They were both set around Valentine's Day. It was the height of the slasher era in those times, like the 80s, early 80s, and then Valentine being in that like post-Scream era too. So I think when it comes to generations and how old people were when these came out, may make this a pretty tough challenge. Like if they saw Valentine and they didn't see My Bloody Valentine until way later, then maybe their idea of which one they prefer is different than if you were if you grew up in the 80s or 70s. You may look and be like, well, I didn't even see Valentine until last week, right? So again, I'm just curious on you guys' history with these, because to be honest, I saw Valentine in theaters in 2001. I didn't see My Bloody Valentine until after that because the DVD was very hard to get. So this was like the original one that I had, but I think this was out of print for a long time before I ended up picking it up. Yeah, this came out in 2006, and then they came out with this one, and it went out of print for a while. So it was kind of hard to find and hard to see. So I didn't see this until after I saw Valentine.
Man, that artwork on that DVD is bad. That first one.
Look at this, dude.
I kind of like that.
You like it? Okay.
Very retro looking.
Okay.
I actually like the original poster art for My Bloody Valentine with just the mask on it. It's really, really cool. I have the poster, but unfortunately, it's not up in the back there. I wasn't planned ahead enough. But Mel, what's your history with these two flicks?
So David Boreanaz could have very easily made my Rad 9 crushes. I was a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show fan, and he played Angel, and I watched that entire TV series, and then I watched the entire Angel TV series, and then I went on to scope out all of his movies, and then I found out Valentine was coming out, so I waited for that one to come out. I didn't go to the theater to see it, but I got it when it came out on DVD, or no, was it VHS? I don't know. I had it on some form of physical media. And so that's how I found that one. My Bloody Valentine was just one of those ones that I had seen before a long time ago, but never really saw it again. So I had to do a rewatch of it recently. So I don't have much experience with that one.
Which one? My Bloody Valentine, you said?
Yeah.
It wasn't part of your rotation as a kid growing up?
I remember seeing it when I was younger, but I don't remember how or why, because I don't remember seeing my mom having a VHS of it. So I don't know. Must not have been one of her jams.
Probably, I guess not. The Buffy show, I know a lot of people love that show. I think I'd only seen the first season and then I checked out, and that's all I've ever seen of that show. And I know it's got a huge fan base. The other one, Angel, I've never seen it.
I had no idea so that's like a spin-off, the Angel show. Yeah, I had no idea.
Admittedly, not quite as good of a show as Buffy, but I mean, if you were a fan of Buffy, several of the characters went to that show and then just did that show, but then they had crossover episodes because they were kind of going at the same time for a while.
Oh, that's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
And how about you, Justin? What's your history with these movies?
It's kind of crazy. I have a pretty wild, like, long-standing history with both of these movies. I watched My Bloody Valentine for the first time a couple hours ago, and I watched Valentine for the first time yesterday. These are both first-time watches for me. So I don't know if you like. I really don't have a whole lot of history. I might hold off my thoughts on each individual one until we start diving into them. But yeah, I had never seen these movies. My Bloody Valentine. Just one of those older movies that I missed. I didn't grow up with, so I just never revisited it. That happened with a lot of the older movies. I think for Valentine, I was just kind of that fatigue of the copycat Scream movies was so fucking heavy at that time. Like Urban Legends, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and then everyone in between. So I think I just kind of skipped it, but I probably shouldn't have, because pretty fucking fun. So. Yeah, I can't wait to talk about it. Are you talking about Aurora Borealis? What's his name?
David Borealis.
Oh, God. It's so funny that you mentioned that you had a thing for that guy. Every time I see that guy, I'm like, this guy's such a fucking dork.
Well, it's funny, but
I can't. Every time I see him, it's like, dude, every time I see Borealis or whatever his fucking name is, like, oh, God, that fucking guy. Something about his face, man. I don't know.
You better be careful. I'm going to delete that comment.
He has the charisma of a big
Yes, exactly. Thank you. He's like, how did this guy ever get famous? Whose son is he?
Well,
what movie producer? Like, he's got to be a nepo.
Being jealous of his beautifulness, okay?
I mean,
oh my God,
he looks like Nick Lachey. I'll give him that. He does look like he belongs in 98 Degrees.
You know, as I was watching this movie, I kept thinking I'm like, oh, the dude from because I get these guys swapped out. I kept on thinking it was the dude from Nightbreed, Craig Schiffer.
They look the same, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Timothy Oliphant and that other actor that kind of look like each other. I can't remember his name. Josh Duhamel. Like, there's some of these doppelganger actors. But anyway, it took me till halfway through the movie that I was like, oh shit, that's the wrong guy. It's
he does have
nice
hair.
guy.
I'll give him that. He has nice hair.
Oh, he has great hair.
Yeah, he does have nice hair. But tell me if I'm wrong, but I almost feel like, wasn't there a story about him that, like, he was walking his dog in Hollywood or something, and he was like an actor trying to make it. He wasn't getting anywhere. And then somebody drove by and like saw him and was like, ooh, we could use him for something. And I think that's how he got involved in Buffy. I think somebody like saw him
maybe I did hear something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was just walking down the street and somebody like with
somebody was like, man, that guy is gorgeous.
And then we all had to suffer with him for the next 20 years.
Well, I think what's what happened, I think his looks got him like in, but like he was like bombing all his auditions. So therefore he really didn't have a gig until someone basically just said, okay, you're in, like, just based on your look. Like, okay, I think I remember hearing that story.
The first part was true. He
got found out. No, he's a good-looking guy.
Somehow Hollywood never figured out he couldn't act his way out of a fucking paper bag, but I guess they kept giving him fucking roles. Good for him, though. I'm just a hater.
You don't need to know how to act, okay?
All right. Hey, man, he's, different strokes, I guess. We're different folks.
There's a million Scream queens we could say the exact same thing for, okay? So he's like a Scream king.
I'll give you that. All
right, so wait, let's start.
Moving on.
Why don't we start with our first category, and you guys can help us pick the category winner here, and that's going to be cast. So let's start with cast, since we're in, we're talking about this right now. So that's going to be our first poll. We're going to leave it up. We're going to talk a little bit about our opinions, what we think, and then we'll close the poll and we'll kind of see what you guys think for it. So cast is going to be our first one on the list. We'll kind of chime in about what we think. Honestly, I wasn't that big of a fan of either casts here. I wasn't. I think Valentine, like I talked about this earlier, like I kind of, at the time when this came out, like I was kind of digging Denise Richards from Wild Things. So like that was a draw in. I also liked the chick that was at the beginning on the date. What's her name? She was in a couple 90s movies.
Oh, Katherine Heigl.
Yeah, it's Katherine Heigl. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She looks different now. I feel like, but
Fun fact about her is she only read her part of the script, and then she went and like made her little part of the movie because she was just in the beginning, and then later saw the movie and was like, "This is fucking terrible," and wished she wouldn't have done it.
well,
I feel like she
like
hates
her,
every
like,
movie that she was in.
I think she's very good looking. She's very good looking.
Yeah, she's pretty.
For
She's
sure.
like,
I didn't like the whole scene with I thought that was ridiculous. I thought it was dumb. With like the guy with that was like, I'm Jason, and Jason likes this, and Jason.
It was ridiculous, dude. And she was when they cut to I didn't know what the hell I was watching. The first like 20 minutes of this movie are absolutely fucking crazy, but it's like cartoonishly silly. She's writing "Help me" on the plate in her food, and I'm like, what is going on? Who's even looking at that? You know?
What is this? Does this chick have a bad
She
rep?
was just
Everybody's dissing her. It was her deal. I don't know.
Oh
anything
yeah,
about her
she's.
other than I remember her from a couple movies.
who?
She's a
Katherine
real
Heigl?
pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Apparently, she had a lot of She had tons of issues on the set of her Grey's Anatomy show. Then she got her big break in the Seth Rogen Knocked Up movie, and then she just trashed the movie when she got out. She's like, "Oh, this is not the movie I thought it was going to be. It fucking sucks." Couple other issues, and she kind of vanished.
I had no idea.
No, she went on to make a ton of movies.
Mm-hmm.
She's in like
She was
all
hot.
the rom-coms.
Mm-hmm.
Shows how
She was
many
hot there
I've
for a minute.
seen. I don't really watch them that much.
I liked 27 Dresses. I'm not going to lie. That came out when I was at Blockbuster, and I watched it.
James Marsden.
I love James Marsden. James Marsden is the fucking man.
He is everything. Have you seen
He's
Gossip?
cool. I've never seen that. No.
Watch Gossip. That's literally my favorite James Marsden movie, like all time.
Huge Marsden fan.
Yes.
Huge He can sing. He can dance. He can act. Way more than that Borealis guy. They should have had him in Valentine. God damn it, that would have elevated.
Like not honest anymore.
But we're talking about cast. We're talking about cast. So it's like I can start bitching about fucking Potato Head or whatever fucking name is.
Dude,
I'm kind of in the same boat as Garrett, to where both of the casts, they're not great. You know what I kept thinking when I was watching Valentine is there was like lightning in a fucking bottle with Scream. Something about the chemistry. It's like they must have spent forever and did just hundreds and hundreds of auditions to get that perfect cast. And I feel like all the other clones of Scream just had like B-rate. Like they couldn't get their first, second, or third choice, so they had to go with like the B string. And that's what I kind of felt like with the Valentine cast. I do like the girl that's in Death Proof, the blonde from the movie. She's not a tremendous actress, but
Shelton, was that her name? Something like that.
I think so. Yeah, she's pretty good. Denise Richards, I've never been a huge fan of her. Like I said in our chat earlier, she's kind of got a derpy, doofy looking vibe to her that I just don't jive with or whatever. She's obviously pretty, but
Wild Things, the car wash scene.
Yeah, I was gonna say everybody loves her from Wild.
Her body's great. You know,
it's just the face.
Maybe a little bit of butterface for me personally.
Okay, I can say.
Dang, dude.
Yeah,
Words hurt, my guy.
I know. I sound like such a fucking incel.
Everybody's all over Katherine Heigl, dude. That's crazy. I know what I remember her from. Like, I don't watch a lot of this new stuff, so I don't know. Like, I've never seen. Would you say Grey's Anatomy? I've never seen that.
Mm-hmm.
27 Dress. I've never seen that. But like, I used to like that movie she did with Danielle Harris, like Wish Upon a Star or something. I love that.
Yeah,
that was a great. Oh, it was cool. It was like early '90s movie.
Huh.
It was like where they switch places, basically. But it's anyway. That's the one. That's what I really remember her from. So everything current, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't impressed with the cast. I felt like besides Denise Richards, the whole group of women, like in the cast of Valentine, all just felt the same. They're all just like blonde. Like half the time I forgot who was who. Like I was getting super confused. And then My Bloody Valentine, like same thing. Like I feel like there was nobody there. They all had specific looks. The two main guys kind of looked somewhat similar, but I didn't really care about much of the cast there either. So
I liked our final girl, though.
Pick one, I'd probably pick My Bloody Valentine personally, because there at least was some characters where I feel like everybody felt the same. Like they didn't. I feel like they didn't all have different personalities and traits and stuff. So like it almost felt like I was watching an episode of Sex in the City with like a killer in there or something like that. But
Yeah.
so I'll have to go My Bloody Valentine for my pick.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, I got to go same too. I really like the cast of that of My Bloody Valentine, especially that one, the lead actress, the actress who played Sarah. She's freaking beautiful, the blonde. And I felt her performance was really, really good. There's a couple great dramatic scenes because they went a little melodramatic with some of the scenes in My Bloody Valentine.
Oh
I
my
guess
God, that one scene that was like out of a romance novel.
Yeah, and I was like, it felt a little out of place when I was watching, but then
Definitely.
I was watching the commentary and then kind of just getting the vibe of the movie, and I think they just wanted to have a little bit of character development and kind of have a little bit of Valentine's Day like love theme to it. So I get it, but it was also just the time. It was 1981.
But then that guy turns around, Jesse. He turns around and he's like a huge dick later.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Like that whole scene was for naught. I would pick Valentine just because I know all of those actors and actresses, and I'm obviously in love with David Boreanaz. I didn't know anybody in My Bloody Valentine. I didn't know any of those people.
It's all Canadian. I don't know if we're going to end up getting into the fun facts, but it was shot in Nova Scotia, so it's pretty much all Canadian cast. There's like famous people, but they're famous, in the Great Wide North up there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, what is that poll running?
Let me know when you want me to end it. All right, I'm going to end it. If you have any last minute votes, get them in. Get them in. Okay, I'm closing it. All right, My Bloody Valentine, 71% over Valentine at 20.
71. Wow.
Peeps just not be loving my Valentine.
I think you talked them out of it with all the David talk, I think.
Turned everybody off.
Because he's a good-looking fella.
He looks like if a bottle of Axe body spray was a person, that's Aurora Borealis or whatever his name is. David.
That's what I imagine.
David Boring Ass.
Shh. That's what I imagine him to smell like too. No,
Axe body spray.
I imagine him to smell like that old school perfume or cologne that men used to wear back in the day that women could wear too. It was called You or something. Do you guys remember that one?
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, okay.
You.
Remember CK1?
Oh, that's what I was going to say when she said that.
Oh, maybe that was it. No, was it CK1U? I don't know. Somebody tell
CK1
me
was
if
like
they
a
know what I'm
unisex
talking
thing.
about.
What's up, Facci?
Bachi.
All right, so the big one I think is going to be a cool one to talk about, and that's going to be the plot of these movies and the storyline, and how it started, why the killer's doing what he's doing, and as I feel like both storylines and reasonings that it seems behind are pretty good. I think My Bloody Valentine backstory is probably one of my favorites of any slasher movie. I mean, dude, that scene at the beginning where they're having the party and these miners get buried, and all of a sudden they finally get to him, and he had like eaten the other ones to like survive, and then he went to like a mental asylum, and then he like got out, and I just think that's a pretty cool backstory, for this kind of movie.
How long was he supposed to be underneath there, like under the rut? Like, how long was he supposed to be trapped?
I don't remember.
Like several days or something?
I think it was like 4 days, right?
Oh,
Is that what it was? Okay.
I mean, who can't not eat for 4 days? I mean, did he really have to eat people? He was
Justin
only
did
there
eat
for 4 days.
I did it for 4 days.
But that's not actually
Did you want to eat somebody? Well, I mean, it's
fucking
not
starving.
It's not the backstory for what we know at the end, right? But
yeah,
it's the backstory for what they want us to believe. And I think Valentine almost falls in the exact same format, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sort of. So
something happens to him when he was younger, and then he takes revenge later.
Yeah. But I thought it was just a cool setup. And then, obviously, as we go through, there's things that are happening, which is like, oh, he's doing it again. Harry Warden's back. And we can get more about like the killer situation at the end. But I also think I kind of like the way it ends as well on this. So I'm gonna easily have to say My Bloody Valentine here, easily.
Are we
on the
throwing
whole
the reveal in with plot? Because we didn't really have the
I mean,
reveal
we can throw that.
category.
We can, I guess. I
Do
think
you want
more
reveal
like,
to be its own category?
no, I think we can talk about.
Well, we have a killer category, or do we? Do we?
Yeah, we have a killer category.
That would probably roll in with the reveal, probably. Right?
Sure. Or the look.
And we could talk about it now. I have questions about Valentine.
Yeah,
I have quite a.
we
I have
can
questions
talk
about the
it.
I
Valentine.
thought Valentine's reveal was better.
Okay.
Well,
Honestly.
here's what I don't understand. Here's what I'm still confused. I think, like, is it supposed to be the reveal of Valentine? Is it supposed to be like a mystery at the end? Like, okay, it was her and she was the other chick, but then when they showed him with the nose, does that mean that that was him?
Yeah.
too?
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that was like thinking it could have been a couple different things.
I assume that's what they were trying to say.
No,
but
it was
they didn't-
him. That's what they meant by the nosebleed. So he basically put the mask on that other chick and like threw her down the stairs, and she fell on the other girl. So that's why the other girl thought she was like being attacked.
So did we see that though? Okay, that's what I felt I missed. I'm like, did I miss something? I feel like maybe they should have shown him do that or something, because it was kind of confusing. Because if we didn't see him, like, how did he have? I think that something was off at the time. Like, at everything's going, and then in like 2 seconds he managed to knock her out, throw her down, change her out. Like, I just didn't see how he would have time to do all that.
Well, she disappeared way earlier though.
Okay.
Because
But we didn't see her get killed.
And the other girl get into a fight, and then she stomps off, and she's gone for the whole rest of the movie pretty much. So I'm assuming he like has her tied up in a closet somewhere and throws a black shirt on her and then the mask, and then he just throws her down the stairs. But did you notice at the end how every time they show Adam in the shots, he's always walking down the stairs?
Yeah.
Like literally every shot of him, he's walking down the stairs.
That is true.
Where he ended in the house. I'm like, why is he always walking down the stairs? Like, where did he come from?
I wonder if it had to do with like shooting schedule or something. Like they couldn't do that many, like for his day, they had to just shoot him in that same room or something. Who knows what it was? Because
they said that they shot all of his scenes in 10 days and then he had to go do something else. So
yeah.
But I always thought that was funny that he was just always walking down the stairs.
So I think, Garrett, when you mentioned, I'm glad you mentioned that little bit of confusion there, because I think it was maybe intended to be very cut and dry and obvious, but maybe it was just there was a couple insert shots or scenes that could have made it a little bit easier, because the bloody nose pretty much is the telltale thing. But I just didn't. It felt like there was enough of a possibility that maybe somehow they were in cahoots. But it makes sense that he would have killed her by the story, you know what I mean? Because she kind of fucked him over.
Well, yeah. So basically, like it was almost like he's just taking revenge on what she did to him at the beginning when she was like, he jumped on me or whatever.
Right. That was fucked up. That was bullshit.
Yeah. Did you feel it? I felt it. I felt like that was me asking everybody to dance. Nobody wanted.
Yeah, I felt it, dude. It was like, God damn. And then he finally gets his girl, like she was so fucking special.
What? You don't believe it?
No.
You don't buy that?
Not with all the dates you be going on.
I was proud of my boy there for a minute. He got into the bleachers. He's getting some action. And then, goddamn, he gets beat up. His girl betrays him. Like, I don't know. I'm team whatever his name was. I don't remember his character's name.
See that?
What was his name?
Considering you just watched it the other day, I mean, that's not good.
I didn't really the character. Yeah,
that's already a big fail now.
Yeah, there are some good aspects to that movie though when we get to the kills though, because I liked a lot of the kills. But yeah, my vote definitely goes for Valentine again.
Wait, so your vote goes for what? Valentine?
Or I'm sorry, My Bloody Valentine.
Okay. And then Mel said Valentine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. I didn't really say. I mean, they're both kind of similar, like you said, but yeah, I guess I do like the idea of the My Bloody Valentine killer being trapped in the mine, and then he survives, and then he goes crazy. But when you get to the end of the movie, that's not really what the story was.
When it wasn't Harry, that was a little weird.
It was just some random person who he had.
Harry had killed his dad when he escaped.
But it's like then Then why did the kid see? This is what I don't understand about these movies, because another Silent Night, Deadly Night kind of did the same thing that I didn't understand.
Mhm.
It's like this happens to you, so then you grow up to then do it to other people. That makes no sense.
Well, this one has a little bit more reason because since he saw his dad died, he was like, my dad died because all of this the Valentine's Day bullshit, and like here I am again, I'm grown up, and all my friends are doing the same thing. They got my dad killed, So he was taking revenge on them.
So then he goes and kills people and like scathes more kids. Like that makes no sense. Okay, you're right. I'm going Valentine on this one. Talk for myself.
But it's like it's cool because I think with both of these, they leave it open at the end for sequels.
Yeah.
But none of them got them. But I mean, they did leave it both open, at the end of this movie, which was kind of cool.
The ending of My Bloody Valentine was so funny when that guy's like giggling and running away.
And you just see the light, like
that was funny. Cut off his arm. It was pretty gnarly when he cut his arm off and stuff. I dug the ending of that a lot. I wish we would have got a sequel. That would have been cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that they should have had a couple sequels here, but
it made some money because like it made almost $6 million on a 2.3 budget, so it did okay.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. I mean that. Now, what about? You're saying for My Bloody Valentine, it did?
My Bloody Valentine, yeah.
How did Valentine do?
What?
In the theater.
Box office?
Yeah.
Oh, so it had a budget of 10 million and then the box office was 36.7 million. So
damn.
It made a little bit, yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't get a sequel.
Yeah, I think it is one of the better.
I don't think there was even talks
of the post-Scream movies, though. I think it was one of the better ones out there.
But it tried to do something a little different by having like a holiday theme kind of thing.
Yeah. And it was directed by who did it? It was Jamie Blanks. He did Urban Legend as well, which I think is another one that's pretty good.
Yeah, Urban Legend was great. I loved that one when it came out.
So I
for
think
Valentine though, I don't know where it's kind of cool maybe though that it kind of ended there, kind of knowing that he's probably the killer and he's got the girl or whatever, because she was the only one that was nice to him because she said maybe later or whatever about the dance, but I don't even know where they would have gone with a sequel because he killed all of his
Yeah,
he got his vengeance.
I'm going to address TJ Frizzy's comment. So I did read that when Valentine came out, that a bunch of the not news people, but the magazines reported that it budgeted 20 million or something like that, but it was actually 10.
Okay. Look pretty good for a 10. That's fairly, I mean, that's a lot of money, but I would say that's fairly low for a polished Hollywood movie, It looked pretty good for what they got for 10 million. It was based on a book, I guess. I didn't know it was based on.
But did you guys find yourself at all on Valentine? There was a point in time where I felt like it was getting draggy for me.
They both did to me.
And to be honest, there are parts in My Bloody Valentine where I do feel like it started to feel a little draggy as well. But I didn't know if you guys felt the same. There was a couple I was like, this could have been shaved down a little bit. Both of them.
I feel that way about probably 80% of the movies I watch.
I believe that.
It really is kind of hard to have a very tight, really good slasher. There's always some filler in there or whatever. There are always a couple scenes that tend to drag. It's tough to find a movie that doesn't have a couple moments like that, but for the most part, they moved.
All right, Mello, you want to close the poll over there?
Yep, closing the poll. I'm ending it right now. Okay, so My Bloody Valentine again with 81% and Valentine with 18%.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Mel.
Yeah, you guys are killing me.
I wasn't sure what to expect. I guess it all depends on the people in here.
I thought it would be a little closer, to be honest with you.
Well, I kind of called how I thought this was going to go earlier today, so we'll see if it goes that way.
Yeah,
I
know. I wonder why Brandon's not in here. He's a big Valentine guy.
Somebody get him on the horn. I need him.
So he's missing his chance right now. The next one we can kind of talk about a little bit when it comes to this is the special effects, and again, when it comes to those, it's hard because I feel like it was just such a different era. But I will say that there was not, as far as I can remember, there wasn't a lot of CGI in Valentine, right?
I don't think so.
Pretty
No.
practical.
Yeah, so
The kills were really good. That hot tub kill was, I mean, that one got me pretty good just because
Yeah,
how
that was
I'm sure most people are like, pretty claustrophobic. I can't imagine being trapped under there and then it starts boiling. I was like, God damn, that's a tough way to go. They kind of foreshadow all the deaths at the beginning, which is a little on the nose because Denise Richards' character was like, I'd rather be boiled alive than dance with you, but that was a crazy death.
Yeah,
The glass in the neck. What other kills do we have in Valentine?
the arrows. One girl got shot with an arrow, and another one got beaten with an iron.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a lot of the was there the iron? Was there a drill?
The drill was Denise Richards.
Oh,
It was like
and
when
then,
she was in the hot tub and the door closes, he was like.
Then you had the regular stabbings was an easy one. But the effects, because I mean that's kills, right? So the effects, I mean, I guess they were kind of just playing. Like,
Neither movie really had
stood out?
any gore to it.
Well,
It was like cut away.
I would say
some of the
Bloody Valentine had some decent ones.
The effects in Bloody
They had a little
Valentine, I
bit.
think, were so good because they had that one scene where they hung the guy on the pickaxe and it went through his eye and his eyeball was hanging out. I mean, I think one of the craziest scenes in My Bloody Valentine was when they opened the dryer and that freaking body.
Yeah.
Popped out. I mean, that was the effects on that were amazing. The whole idea of that was amazing. So
there's a lot of good effects. My Bloody Valentine, I was not expecting, and apparently I was watching the commentary and reading about it. They cut that movie to shit and cut like almost all the gore out. And then the Scream Factory has the uncut version. I think they're still missing some scenes, but there's some gnarly shit. That one kill where that has the eyeball pops out with the ice pick, and then there's the girl with the water flowing through her mouth and shit.
So
that nail gun scene was bad.
I must have watched a cut version.
Theatrical?
Yeah, is that what happened? Because I didn't see any of that.
Did you?
You must have.
Lady in the dryer.
No, like the one that I watched were all cutaway scenes, which is exactly what Valentine did. It was like right when like they killed somebody, they cut away.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, so that makes sense then, because I was like, neither one of these movies had any gore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of a bummer actually, because with My Bloody Valentine all cut up would probably not be as fun without all the gore.
Okay, that makes sense why I didn't enjoy that movie as much as I thought I remembered enjoying it.
Did you just get it?
I bought it, but I had to watch that one at work, so I just streamed it on my phone.
Yeah, you probably had.
This is why streaming movies sucks balls.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know what? It's hard because now, like, I think that really sways a lot of your votes here because it is a very different movie when it's the theatrical release.
Well, it's gonna
3 minutes of gore,
special effects, and kills, but.
Sure.
I mean, the other one's probably, I don't know, maybe not.
That nail kill is really creepy too.
Movie now.
You got to.
I'm like so upset.
The nail gun where he's like going ham on him, whatever.
Dude, he gets the one on the side of the head, and it was just really creepy because he was still alive and his like brain was all fucked up. And then he hits him again in the front, and he's just like, it was like wild, dude.
Yeah, no, that's interesting though. That's actually a good. I'm almost happy to hear that you watched that version because it makes sense now. Where you're kind of like, what the hell are these guys talking about? This
yeah.
I'd say it's worth a rewatch.
He was talking about the woman with the water coming out of her mouth, and I was like, I specifically remember watching that scene and being like, did they not show it? And then I rewound it, and then I watched it again, and I was like, they didn't even show it. This is lame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could just barely tell what was going on. Like you could barely tell it was a face, and then all you saw was like a little flapping stuff in like water. And I was like, is that water coming out of her face? I don't.
There's a front shot. They do a front shot where you can see it.
All right, that makes sense. See,
yeah, that's too bad.
This is why streaming is such a bummer.
I know, that's kind of
I wasn't given an option to watch.
Yeah, it's almost like I think it's like 2 to 4 minutes longer, and that's just those scenes. Yeah.
It's just the gore scenes. But there is some cool shit. What is the scene in Valentine, which really reminded me? There's like an exact. I don't know if the movie. Have you guys seen the movie Stitches, the clown slasher?
Mhm.
It's actually a really fun slasher, but I feel like they lifted the one eyeball kill directly from It's like shot exactly the same. I don't know what gets. I think it's Valentine, where something comes from the back and pulls the eye out of the front. Is that in Valentine?
They also do
That's
that.
not Valentine.
No, that's Friday 13th 3D Part 3. That's the one that
Well,
we
I
watched with Facci.
I know in one of these two movies because I just watched them the past 2 days.
There must be something in My Bloody Valentine.
There is something in My Bloody Valentine with the eyeball. Yeah, it's with the pickaxe and it comes through.
But I feel like maybe I'm remembering wrong.
You know
but there was
no. You know what it is? He takes the girl and hangs her up on the thing.
Is that what it is?
Almost kind of Texas Chainsaw style. Yeah.
In Valentine?
My Bloody Valentine.
Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought there was like a little tiny bit of CGI kill. Maybe it was the arrow scene? Maybe I'm making this up. I don't know.
Oh, on Valentine? I don't remember, man. I really don't.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Sorry guys, I see you guys commenting. What's up, everybody? I see training level in there. Sorry.
I'm over here like randomly trying to like comment in the
I see people going back and forth. I don't really see a lot of stuff towards us, so
yeah, I'd go. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna put my vote out there for My Bloody Valentine. There's some good shit.
I'm gonna vote My Bloody. Can I vote My Bloody Valentine if I haven't seen the special effects?
It's way better. Well,
okay, I'm gonna vote My Bloody Valentine.
There's the hot dog scene where the guy gets his face boiled and it's all melting off and shit.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I watched a completely different movie.
You don't want to get your face in hot dog water. That's for sure.
All right, I'm gonna close the poll. Everybody vote.
The hot dogs.
Oh no! What happened to your audio, pal?
All right, we got 77.
I think his earplugs are out too.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear
us?
Yeah.
Oh, your audio got terrible.
So he was just straight up ignoring you, G, is what he was doing.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Mel. Because I can hear you guys fine. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, but the audio's out.
You sound like your mic's not working.
Fuck. All right. I don't know what. I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened.
Let's get Christian here to hear it.
Yeah, don't let Christian hear it.
We're gonna clip this and send it to him.
Should I bounce out and come back in?
I don't know. Can you turn your mic back on?
Hold on. God damn it. I just don't know what changed. I literally did nothing.
I'm putting out the next poll. Just FYI.
You sound like you're in the restroom.
Oh yeah, you're good now. Whatever you did, just keep it. You're fine. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Am I back?
Yes.
I think I'm back. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Now I can't hear you guys, but
what's going on?
You just sit there and ignore us anyway, so it's fine.
I don't know what happened.
You can't hear us?
I mean, I can hear you through my phone, but not in my headphones like I did.
Are they not charged?
Let's see here. No, I keep my headphones charged. Can you? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now I can hear you. Good deal. Cool.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Woohoo!
Technical difficulties. We got through it.
Maybe I can flip that out. All right. So
those dump buttons.
The next poll we're gonna go. It's kind of takes right off out of the special effects. It's just kills in general.
No, I went with killer. Sorry.
Oh, killer.
Killer overall. Sorry. Did you want me to do kills? And people already started voting.
No, it's okay.
I didn't want to wait for
Killer's okay. Now, this is more or less like we already talked about the big reveal. Do you want this to just be the look of the killer?
I just put killer overall. So yeah, it could be like look and just everything encompassed into one. So like I want to vote for Valentine because I'm in love with David Boreanaz, but I'm not gonna. I'll vote for My Bloody Valentine because honestly, in the movie, that killer was like scarier to me. His mask. Yeah, his mask was scarier, the breathing and that kind of stuff. So even though I watched a really lame version of the movie, that still was conveyed very nicely for me. So I would vote My Bloody Valentine for overall killer.
Yeah, me too.
I agree, but I mean, I do also think that the Cupid Killer is pretty decent. It reminds me a lot of like a Giallo movie or something like that. The black gloves, the little mask like that. I feel like it does feel like an Italian movie like that. But I'm gonna have to say, I think Harry Warden is like one of the best slasher killers because he's so different. He feels like, you know, the way that Kane Hodder portrays Jason. Like he's coming, like you can hear him coming, you know, and
Mhm.
he's big and mean. And what's kind of cool about it too is it's like he could go down in a mine and nobody even know who he is, right? And he can just start hacking away where he kind of could blend in at all times and look like, you know, something that stands out, you know, wearing a Halloween costume in like the middle of the day or whatever. So I think it's definitely gonna probably do really well on the poll, but I have to say My Bloody Valentine as well, even though I do think for those 90s slashers, early 2000s slashers, I think the Cupid Killer is actually still a pretty cool slasher
Yeah, I would agree with that.
as far as the look. Yeah.
Going through the when I was watching, because I watched about half of the commentary, director's commentary on Valentine. Apparently, that's like 100% accurate. He said this is exactly what somebody would have wore in those coal mines. And they actually, I guess I'll do some kind of just do trivia as we go. They actually shot that shit a half a mile below, like underground, 2,700 feet below the surface. It took the cast and crew an hour to get down there to set. And then I guess it wasn't an actual coal mine. And I guess throughout millions of years, I'm not a scientist. I don't know how coal is made, but however that process goes of coal forming, that all that methane really does build up in the cave. And so they had to they could only use a certain amount of lights, a certain amount of times because it could have ignited just like in the movie, you know, with all that methane shit. So he really, the suit was accurate.
That's cool.
So yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, did they ever going back to Valentine, did they, I was just going to ask if anybody had ever put out a Valentine mask.
I mean, I
don't remember seeing one.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure the way it's designed and stuff, you could easily locate one if like Trick or Treat Studios didn't do an official one. I'm sure there's somebody on Etsy or something that has one for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I don't have any Valentine collectibles except for the DVD and the Blu-ray. That's it. My Bloody Valentine, I've got the original one-sheet poster and the DVDs, the Blu-ray, and I got the figure, the Harry Warden figure. They NECA did like a figure of his. I think it might have been like a Screen Factory exclusive or something like that. But
I remember the NECA figure.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have from those. I'm pretty sure. How about you, Justin? Did you have anything?
No.
Oh, they said Trick or Treat Studios does have a Cupid one.
Oh,
that's
shit!
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Actually. Because it's a pretty cool mask because it's just one of those regular plastic masks, you know. So
yeah,
easy to display and all that other stuff too. Somebody said, which killer is the easiest to figure out who it really is, Cupid or Minor? I would say Cupid would be the easier one.
Yeah.
Because based on the story, the Minor was tough because it was a big swerve, you know.
Right. Yeah, I guess they both had Valentines in them, but you know the initials in the Valentine deal in Valentine, the JM, I think that was his name. It was kind of a dead giveaway.
Yeah, I think that must be the one I have too. I think I got it from Screen Factory. But Vanderhoff says he has a Valentine figure that was made into that's pretty cool. I didn't even realize that they ever did one. Is it NECA or that did it, like from back in the day? I didn't even realize that there was a figure. That's pretty cool. All right, what is it? I'm sure that the poll was a steal with.
Do you want me to end it?
Yeah.
Okay. My Bloody Valentine 83%, Valentine 16. It's just it keeps going down from a movie.
I did not expect MBV to fucking sweep like this.
I'm pretty shocked actually too, to be honest.
I kind of was wondering if this was going to happen. It was going to sweep one way or the other, is what I thought.
It's not included in this. We might do something with that later, But no, it's not. It's not included with this. Well, that's cool. TJ says he actually has a miner's mask, same style as the one of My Bloody Valentine. That's cool.
Oh, that's dope. That'd be cool to have like as a display piece or something.
Oh yeah. What's up, Steve?
What is up?
Yeah. So basically, this might be a sweep. To be honest, we've got one left, right? One poll left.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably going to be a sweep. But before we do that, I'm just going to do this really quick. Because we did get super chats at the beginning of the show, and I didn't do anything. So just for old time's sake, I'll do this.
Old time's sake, like we're not doing them anymore.
Yeah. Old time's sake.
They call me Mo because every time they give me something, I always want Mo.
We love it. We love Mo.
That little snicker is so cringe. Still,
She thought he was cute.
No, it was like a snicker, like you're dumb.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
So every time you laugh when I say something, that's what you're saying to yourself. You're dumb. Wow.
You said it, I didn't.
Wow.
No, what's funny is I was rewatching the Blob verse, the stuff. I rewatched that whole thing earlier. You played that so many times.
Always want Mo.
So you're saying the people that listen to that on the audio must be like, enough with this shit now.
You said that exact thing in the show.
I did.
Yeah, and then like the amount of jokes that came out of that, like Justin just had all of the Mo jokes. That was a good episode.
Oh no.
Old time. For old time. I love it. I love it.
Very nice.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know why they call me Mo? No, what? Because every time people give me money, I always want Mo.
Always want Mo. Oh, you got both of them too. You got both clips. He probably does it 3 or 4 times in that goddamn movie.
Oh my god. Mo for show.
So good.
That's right, when he beats all those people. Didn't he get like beats everybody's ass in that scene right there?
Yeah, he literally like punches somebody in the face.
Like, god damn, that movie's so ridiculous.
So good.
So good. It was good. Yeah. So good. All right, we got our last and final poll. Is it up?
It's up.
And we're gonna talk about kills. I do think they both have pretty good kills. Personally, I think My Bloody Valentine, does have the better kills.
Has more.
It's
There's
got
more
more.
kills.
They're more different too. Like there's a lot of different ones.
Yeah.
Valentine did a good job with it. They were different, like he said. He used a bunch of different things to do it. I just don't think a lot of them in My Bloody Valentine were as brutal as in Valentine were as brutal as My Bloody Valentine. Even though I did like the archery one with the little bow and arrow, I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
There was some cool ones, but like I said, I just don't think it had the same effect as My Bloody Valentine's kill. So I'm gonna have to go with MVB.
I can't even vote because I didn't even get to see any.
You really, honestly, Mel, you did see a completely neutered version of the movie.
I know.
Real.
I should have known because towards the end, I was like, why do people praise this movie so much?
Well, I think a lot of people still praise it, even because the uncut version, I don't think came out till years later.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, it came out
06 or 09 or something.
09. Yep. This one.
Yeah.
This was the first time that it ever came out with those scenes.
Lionsgate.
Mm-hmm.
With those scenes in it, and people still praise that movie without seeing any of the kills. That's interesting.
I guess so.
Because to me, after watching it that way, I was like, for kills, I would have totally went with Valentine because I was like, none of these kills in My Bloody Valentine are creative at all. They're not fun. He kills everyone the same way. Like you didn't get to see anything. There's a bunch of cutaways. There's no gore. I was like, this is lame sauce.
Yeah. There's a couple fun scenes in between, aside from the kills. Like there's some quirky scenes where they're cooking the meals in the car engine, and there's a couple, goofy little what's up, dude? Goofy little scenes. But yeah, without those kills, man, it's probably drags quite a bit. There's nothing I fucking hate more than a cutaway kill, man. So bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for same.
But I will say, man, Valentine went a little harder than I would have anticipated for that era, you know, because even something like Scream, it's just all stab kills. At least with like Valentine, like I'm telling you that hot tub scene, really, that was a really good scene. What are some of the other ones? We had the hot tub scene in Valentine. There's the glass where the girl gets her head shoved onto the glass.
Yeah, see, some of those were pretty cool. The
were
arrow
good.
scene, the iron scene.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he shoots the girl in the end. There was other ones. There were some kills that happened that you didn't get to see. Oh, wait, there was the axe in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Gus.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, Valentine's kills were more creative, but I guess I wouldn't know because I didn't
They call me Mo because every time they give me something, I always want Mo.
I love it. Mel's not happy with Mo. She doesn't want to see that anymore.
Cut me off.
I cut it off. That's why.
Yeah.
I was waiting for like that last word to come out. Then I was gonna do it.
I had like 3 more words after that.
Oh, what was it? Sorry.
I don't remember now. I was still talking when that came on.
Oh. She had to talk some Mo. Talk some Mo.
Shush.
My vote, I think, I'm surprised that I'm torn as much as I am, but I think just simply because I'm just a gore hound, there is more on-screen gore in MBV, so that's where my vote is going to go.
What does the chat say?
Do you want me to close the poll?
Fox say.
All right, I'm going to close the poll.
This one might be a little closer, maybe?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay.
My Bloody Valentine was 75%, and then Valentine was 24%.
Clean sweep. Was that the first? That's not the first time we've had a clean sweep, I think, right?
I think it is.
No, the Blob almost had a clean sweep, but we threw an extra poll in at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. We got to get some better verses, I think, coming up.
Man, Foz called it, didn't it? Was that him at the beginning that called the sweep for MBV?
He did, and I know
Wes was
Wes
calling it the whole
Wes
time.
has been calling it all week, and I was trying to stick up for the Valentine fans out there because, and I think Mike said this right earlier too. He said he thinks there's a lot of closeted Valentine fans because I thought for sure that like I've heard way more people praise that movie, but again, I guess when you put it against something else, it's different, you know? Because I mean, Valentine, like, do I love it? No. Do I like it? Yeah. Do I think it's one of the better, post Scream slasher movies? Sure. Do I think it's one of the best slasher movies? No. But it was a different time. I enjoy this style of slasher movie, like from the early 80s. Like those are the type of slasher movies I like the whole aesthetic of it, the way it flows. That's just my style. Friday the 13th, The Burning, like I love all that stuff. I would watch those type of slashers any day of the week over anything Scream like at all. But that's just what I like. So I guess it really depends. Like if there's a lot of people that were a little bit that are younger than me that just prefer the more Scream style slasher, then they might look at this and feel like it's boring,
Well, what's interesting when we first started comparing these, when we were trying to figure out if we were going to, I know Mel, you brought up like, should we do the 2 modern movies, like maybe Bloody Valentine remake versus this one?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if the reboot would have stood next to this one.
And I got about 30 minutes into that one. I think I like the original. I only got about 30 minutes into the remake, the MVV remake, and I still think I would prefer the original. But what's cool about both of these movies is they kind of reflect like being not a full-on copycat, but catching a trend right at the beginning. Because if you look, excuse me, I'm dying over here. If you look at right in 1981, we're coming off kind of those holiday theme things, or the emerging of that type of slasher. Black Christmas, Halloween, Friday the 13th. It's very similar to those movies, as is Valentine with the Scream, Urban Legends, I Know What You Did Last Summer. They're both movies that are catching the wave, that are like maybe towards the end of that style, because even in the 80s, things got way more gnarly. But My Bloody Valentine kind of showed the beginnings of like more gory kills, more on-screen kills, a little bit quirky cast, you know? So I think they both are really unique and reflect the times really, really well, and two completely different times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Jamie Blanks thought that Valentine was going to be a reboot of My Bloody Valentine, so he turned it down at first until he read the script later.
He didn't even read the script before he was going to turn it down.
Oh wow, I didn't.
He assumed it was going to be a reboot, and he didn't want to do a My Bloody Valentine reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the remake was pretty good. I remember seeing it in the theater. It was actually one of the first 3D movies I'd ever seen. Remember when they started doing that for a while, a lot of 3D? That was one of the first ones that did that, I think.
Oh, that explains some of the awkwardness as I was watching that. There's a couple scenes I'm like, why are they framing like a couple of the Tom Atkins scenes? I'm like, why are they shooting this like this? So he's like looking at the camera, and then he does the crime scene walkthrough. Maybe that had some 3D shit to it. Interesting. I didn't know that. I guess I didn't know that was 3D.
Yeah, so that's why it's weird like that, because it was made for 3D. So like, even when you bought the physical media, it came with glasses and stuff, and in the theater they gave you glasses. It was a pretty big deal when it came out. I think it's fun. Do I think it's better than the original? No, but I think for one of the remakes that we got back then, I think it still is pretty decent. It's a very.
Do we have a good release of that movie with like 3D glasses, like a cool 3D release?
Yeah, there's a Blu-ray of it with 3D glasses and stuff like that all in it.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know. Like, that could be something Scream Factory redoes, but I don't know. But I mean, I don't think you'll get the glasses and stuff like that. So if you go get like a sealed copy, you probably still get the glasses in there, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
So which is pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they it was kind of like only with the early releases. I don't know, no idea. But yeah, it's definitely one I think to check out. And there's a couple other Valentine's Day horror ones, like Lover's Lane is another one. Somebody brought up Cherry Falls. Does anybody know if that takes place on Valentine's Day or not? I don't remember. But Scream Factory also did that, I think, as well. Cherry Falls. But
I think I have that movie.
I've never seen that movie.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. There's somebody, a big name in it.
It's Brittany Murphy.
That's what I said. Brittany Murphy. Yeah. Okay, that's what it was.
I have that movie, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's Blu-ray. It's Blu-ray 3D. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is.
Oh, cool. One of those old school ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really fucking enjoyed both of these movies. Like, I went into them thinking, it's hit or miss with some of those super older slashers for me, because sometimes they can be a little slow. That's why, again, Mel, I'm bummed that you didn't see that full version, because to me, without all those scenes, I would be surprised that it would have the cult following. I am surprised it has the cult following with the theatrical version. I'm curious to see what that is, because I feel like it would drag. Valentine was a lot of fun too. I can't believe I hadn't seen these movies, but I definitely rewatch both of these. Like, they're fun. They really are. They're fun flicks.
No.
Oh yeah, that was gonna be on the list. I forgot about that one. Rewatchability.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Valentine is more rewatchable though.
Well, for you, because you want to watch that guy.
Yes, baby.
So, again, I haven't watched these in a long time. Both of them. Actually, my Bloody Valentine was still sealed when I took it out, which means
so was mine
on Blu-ray. The last time I saw this was probably I had this Blu-ray from Lionsgate 4, so I think that was probably the last time I saw it. But it looks great, and I think that they did a better job on the Scream Factory one, where these ones you can really tell when they splice in some of those old scenes. It really dumbs it down. Where I think Scream Factory, like, it looked pretty well throughout. So I have to give them credit on that. I didn't get the 4K, so I don't know if it looks even better. I have no idea. But yeah, I think that for me, I would rewatch My Bloody. When I watched it again, I was actually really like, man, I should watch this more. Valentine, I don't know if I'll watch that much anymore.
Since we're at the tail, I wanted to mention something that I noticed when I was watching My Bloody Valentine, and then it was awesome that it was mentioned in the commentary of My Bloody Valentine. Just a quick comic relief shout out in My Bloody Valentine, the fat guy, the silly looking mustache, glasses, goofy guy that would normally be the comic relief that gets killed. He's the badass in the movie. He's got one of the hottest chicks in the flick, hottest girlfriends. He's like the leader of the fucking crew. And then the director of the movie was like, normally the fucking goofy fat guy in the movie is the comic relief. He's like, no, I'm going to make this guy a badass. I'm going to give him one of the hottest chicks, hottest girlfriends, and he's going to be kind of a boss. So I'm like, I related to that guy a little bit. I'm like, good. They gave him a chance. They didn't kill him off first, but whatever. I thought that was funny,
That is cool. Now, what I want to ask the chat too is, leave in the comments too if you watch this on the replay. Like, I like doing these verses because it really gets the chat involved. Like, I like doing it the way that we do it, where we rely mostly on you guys and we just give our opinions. But name some ones that you think we should do. It could be holiday themed, it could not be holiday themed, but just throw some out there because, again, I want to kind of add these into the yearly lineup because I just think that they're fun to do and it brings us to watch some movies maybe we haven't checked out in quite a bit. So
I love these versus episodes.
Let us know. But some of the stuff we have coming up that we're looking to do is, again, we're trying to time things accordingly. Like, we're talking about doing a Tarantino ranking and we're going to try to time it. Like, he's got something coming, right, Justin?
Yeah, the critic. It's I don't know. I think it may be 2025. I don't think it comes out this year. I think it's going to be next year. But I would love to do that. I don't know if we've talked about it, but I would love to do an Eli Roth retrospective. I would love, now that we kind of missed the boat with a little bit with Thanksgiving, but I would love to do an Eli Roth deep dive. Throw any ideas for shows down, whether it's a versus or whether it's one of our retrospectives that we do.
We actually had a lot of ideas come out in comments of, I don't remember what.
Blob one, right?
Yeah, maybe it was the Blob one. I don't remember what I was looking at earlier, but there was like a bunch of good ones, so I wrote them all down.
Oh, good. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We have, I'm just looking at right here, like things we have lined up for this year that we're going to try to get in. Sequels that we never got that were promised. Maybe doing something about movies from horror movies our favorite movies from 1984, and then our favorite movies from 1994 to kind of coincide with it being 2024. So,
cool.
You got 40 years and 20 years. So I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
We're doing a deep dive on Gremlins in June. And again, some of this is going to be recorded. Some of this is going to be live. And then also, too, we're going to have some stuff for the memberships only streams, which are just kind of more low key, just bullshit sessions or whatever, which was super fun last time. And that's where we got the Rad 9 idea from. So again, guys, we talked about it earlier. The new one is the Rad 9 Movie Crushes. And check out Mel and my videos. They're up now on the RadPackPod. Justin's is coming this weekend. And guys, do you have anything else coming up on your channel you want to talk about, or anything else in general that you want to talk about before we sign off tonight?
Nothing immediately. Nothing immediately right now, but I have a couple things in the works.
Of course.
Do you?
Hiatus.
Well, I watched another movie that I watched recently that I hadn't seen before. I still need to finish it. I'm about halfway through. Cemetery Man. I had never seen before, and I fucking love it.
It's right up your alley for sure.
Dude, it's so good. It may be one of my jump to the top of the list for my zombie movies. But it's like more than that. It's like more than a zombie. It's really, really cool, man. So.
Well, I'm going to hit up the chat really quick because TJ Frizzy says we should do Lost Voices Fright Night and so Dynamite Tiger. So just so you guys know, we already did that. That was our first.
We did it. Yeah, that was our first one.
If you can't find it on the RadPack page, I don't know if we uploaded it to there, but it's on my channel because that's where we're doing the RadPack stuff first. So if you go to my channel under the playlists and go to RadPack, it's in there. I know that much.
And one thing you can do is I believe you can do crossover playlists. Like I think we could take that video from
it over.
I think you can just add the URL to that playlist. Maybe we could pull some of those over. I think you could do that, right?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was a fun one.
It was a good one. Yeah.
Surprising, actually, in my opinion.
I was very one-sided on that one.
That was a fun one because that was really. I mean, in my eyes, I feel that's a real close one, and I still feel that way. Like I love both of them, so that was a real tough one. But we did talk about the Howling versus American Werewolf. I think we said we were going to try to do that for October, but that's a good one for sure.
I like Muzak's idea of vampires versus From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Battle of the Western vampire films.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. This is pretty cool actually. Adventures in Babysitting versus Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. That's cool.
Dude, that's actually fucking great.
So let's write that one down.
Yeah, that's great.
That's good, dude. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming up. It's just, again, finding the time. But for sure, we're always going to do one live show a month. We've already got that down. And then the rest is just going to kind of be sprinkled in as recorded stuff for the podcast. And we'll give you guys the audio, the video. And then now we get the members only stuff, which we'll announce very soon to do a little hangout with those folks over there. But Mel, did you say you had anything else coming over on your side that you want to talk about?
Mm-mm.
You guys are just all RadPack right now, right?
RadPack all day.
You're all in. You're all in the right. But gang, if you guys have not, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. Share this around if you had fun tonight. If you want people to see who won this verse battle, send it over to them. And thank you so much for being here. What is people saying? I'm not even looking at the comments.
I'll highlight it for you.
Oh, great. Can you do that? Are you good with doing that right now?
I'm not gonna lie, this freaked me out a little bit when I saw it at first, but I get it. It's fine.
So if you click something, it'll pull up?
Yeah.
Show me.
I don't want to click any. I don't want to mess anything.
We'll click it. What is it? I'm dying to know now. What the fuck?
Oh, you're dying to know? Okay. Bye.
What the hell? Okay, she does have access to it. Wow.
I have all the control.
Damn.
Yeah, so Justin, you better be nice to me.
You could just brought me in here. You could take me out.
Damn.
Sorry.
Okay, she does have
Justin.
it. But
I love David Boring Ass or whatever his name is. What's his name? I'm sorry. I love him. I think he's great.
She muted him.
He has no idea.
I got it. It tells me. I love David Borealis. He was great in Nightbreed. We love it.
All right, gang. Well, guys, thank you for checking this out. This is the RadPack signing off. And like always, stay rad.
Stay weird.
Stay killer.